It's the NBA playoffs.
Casting, but I'm gonna give it a shot.
Tonight, Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals from downtown Milwaukee. Tonight,
Should have broadcast the last one, but that's fine.
Milwaukee Bucks
Here's
taking
what
on
it is.
the Philadelphia 76ers.
Let's go.
Seated next to Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you look at the Sixers coming into play. They lead this 5-game series 2 games to none. And now they'll have 3 shots in trying to advance.
The one thing we know about playoff basketball, expect the unexpected. How many games come down to the wire, or a performance off the bench, or even a big shot at the end? Every night holds something different, and that's why we love this game so much.
Redick, now that's a contest. Bledsoe with it up top. He'll run the offense. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
No doubt about what.
Sixers control it. To Butler. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Bledsoe with the basketball. Just getting started in Game 3. Bledsoe slams it down. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
With it up top. Leads 3. A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out. Embiid. Here's a chance.
On that shot. Keep getting him good looks, and the one will just keep scoring.
Milwaukee with the basketball. Doesn't have the touch. No good. The follow won't go either. To Redick. 4-3. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Antetokounmpo. Giannis. Antetokounmpo. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
And Ed, when you have 7-footers roaming the perimeter who shoot over 40% from the three-point line, why take 2s?
All 5 can shoot it at any given time. Joel Embiid, wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
There's no stopping that. You either got to double or deny him the ball from the jump.
To Antetokounmpo. Screen coming. And he'll go to the foul line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Eric Bledsoe has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 79% at the line. Nope, first one does not go. Missed the second one as well. The follow won't go either. Butler to bring it up. They trail by 1. Giannis Antetokounmpo able to recover with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Good. Off a spin.
That's tough. I mean, for anybody.
Bledsoe with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Antetokounmpo to Bledsoe. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Slams it down. Big finish for Joel Embiid.
That transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Kicks it outside to Middleton. The Bucks with 4 to shoot. Antetokounmpo. Open look. Wide open look won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
And the slam.
And easy, too. Get back on defense.
Bledsoe with it up top. They're down 3. Middleton to Bledsoe. Gets a look. Can't hit. And scores.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Now a pass stolen by the Sixers. J.J. Redick. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
The Bucks at the controls. Bledsoe to Adetokunbo. Driving right to the basket. Full throttle right to the basket for the deuce.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
To Embiid. And look out. Big finish at the rim. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Bledsoe with the basketball. 5-point game. Amir Johnson sends it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
To Redick. Oh, ferocious slam inside. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Bucks at the controls. Another chance and a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Throws it down. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Middleton to Bledsoe.
Hey, double screen.
He throws it down.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got to go, but they need to do something different to start.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball, and there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Trying to cash in. Bledsoe shot off the mark. To Redick. From long range. That's off the side of the rim. Short.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Bledsoe to Lopez. Brook Lopez. Missed his first. That one goes.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable. And almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Giannis with it up top. They trail by 7. Here comes the screen. Down to 5 on the 24. Has a look. Deep 2 there. Won't go. To Redick. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
To Middleton. working hard on the glass. To Butler. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the...
From the start, let's do it.
Oh, they called the foul.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Bledsoe.
They shoot all day.
Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Ah, that's a 24-second violation. Fultz. For 3. Not going down here. Middleton. To Bledsoe. Baseline drive. Now a steal by Philly.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
To Middleton. To Bledsoe. Joel Embiid sends it away. That's out. Last touch by Joel Embiid. Bledsoe knocks it down.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Gets it in the right corner. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Markelle Fultz. And count the basket.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
To Bledsoe.
Big pick right there.
Joel Embiid rejects it. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Yes.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Short jumper misses. To Embiid. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Knocks down the first. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Butler to Embiid. Doesn't get the bounce.
I just love...
Hey, this is our game. Let's take it home now. Let's go.
Fultz with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. Slams it home on the putback. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
And the finish at the rim.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier and most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
Here comes the screen. Bledsoe to Kevin Huerter. Cleans it up. Another follow, still no good. Another shot won't go either. Justin Patton, huge block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Fultz into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Kevin Huerter. That is great vision to set it up. Eric Bledsoe to the rim.
I love when I see smaller players finish in the paint amongst the trees. But if you're a big on the other side, you can't let that happen so easy.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Got it.
Ed, I'm telling you that every player in the league will make that shot. The defense has to be elevated.
Sixers have the basketball. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Work on my movement.
Goes to the right side. Lets it fly from long
Defense.
range. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Fultz.
Let's go.
Missed a wide open look. To Kevin Huerter. Bledsoe shot misses. On the follow. Way to stay with it. Fultz. Not that time. He missed it. Desperation shot here from half court. So the two teams will head to the locker room as we reach the break here in game number 3.
Basketball 101.
Where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our
You can't learn it here, you can't learn it.
report. Jalen.
The 76ers entered halftime with a solid lead. For them to get the lead, I see it happening with their transition game. They've done a great job today of working the fast break offense. The Bucks would rather be on the opposite end of the scoreboard. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not
Game trap. Assists.
the Milwaukee Bucks struggle to play the angles and allow too many passing lanes to exist. However, some credit has to go to their opponents.
Player of the half. Who was cold?
Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
That's out.
Here we go. Substitutions.
George Hill. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Butler. Fires the three. That won't go. Hill across the timeline. Trailing by 15. To Kevin Herter. Fires the three. Can't get the bounce. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Middleton to George Hill. Shot clock winding down. Has a chance. Hill can't connect. To Allen. Can't connect. Won't go. Embiid. Stuffs it down with authority.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Joel Embiid with the block. Too much contact, and free throws coming.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Butler into the front court. He'll run the offense. Beyond the arc for 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
He's most definitely got the hot hand behind the three-point arc. Anytime your first-round pick is shooting like this, your GMs and owners just sit back and smile.
George Hill to Kevin Herter. Whoa, Chris Middleton. He's now 4 for 6.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
To Embiid. Oh, emphatic slam.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Philadelphia with the basketball. And finishes strong.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Middleton to Hill. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Hill to Middleton. Here comes the screen. Has a look. Deep 2 there. Won't go. To Allen. Tough make through traffic.
Usually rookies allow themselves to get sped up because they're so hyped to play against the greats. But you got a different speed to your game. It's called poise.
Middleton to George Hill. Finish that. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Misfires. It's no good. Hill into the front court. Down a bundle. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. To Embiid. Ersan Ilyasova pins it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Short jumper won't go down.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Now the Bucks going to signal for a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. George Hill. To Middleton. Hill. Here's a chance from long range, and it's Butler who grabs the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Oh, they call him for the foul.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Middleton to Kevin Huerter. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Here comes the screen. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Middleton. Johnson with the rebound. To Embiid. Three seconds is the call. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Lays it up and in.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Can't connect from in close. And this will be out of bounds, off of Embiid. Bucks at the controls. To Bledsoe. Nice pass to set things up. Layup goes down. Well done.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. Tell through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
George Hill at the line for 2 shots. He struggled so far. And hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Sixers control it. To Butler. 4-3. It's claimed by Milwaukee. Bledsoe with it up top. His guys down big. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Butler, oh, he couldn't get it to go. Bledsoe with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. George Hill to Bledsoe. Antetokounmpo. And a putback slam. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Bucks basketball. Here we go. To Antetokounmpo. To Bledsoe. Freak for two. Count the basket.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle,
knocked it away.
Oh, some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir. Butler from long range, and he knocks it down.
When a rookie starts to believe that he not only can play, but more importantly, he belongs, nights like this become more and more common.
Here comes the screen. Antetokounmpo. Stuffs it down with authority.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Butler to bring it up. His guys holding the big lead. Cleans it up. Embiid. For three. It's good for three.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a three is like shooting a layup.
To Bledsoe. Here comes the screen. Short jumper won't fall.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative, because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is, though.
Me neither.
Oh.
I got ball. That's me.
To Bledsoe. Antetokounmpo. Finger roll, finishing with finesse.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
To Bledsoe. Nice pass to set things up.
In the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
To Redick. Going to launch beyond the arc. That no good. Off the mark. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Antetokounmpo. Has a chance. Giannis off the mark. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Gets a shot up off the mark.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
After the tie-up, they'll throw it up and see who gets the possession. He'll put it up at the buzzer. The Sixers are victorious. They stand alone atop the Eastern Conference on their way to the NBA Finals. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers have every reason to celebrate right now, but they know their job isn't done till they made friends with that Larry O'Brien trophy. They'll be representing the East on their way to that goal. Check out the leading scores for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Bucks weren't able to advance after that tough loss. I got a sense they didn't expect for their offseason to start just yet. I know what the feeling's like, and it can be tough, but it's all about how you come back from it. Who knows what they'll be like next season? It'll be interesting to see for sure.
Game track. Steals. Player of the game.
We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.